So today is World Book Day 2022. We are here gathering beautiful muses, beautiful authors, co-authors, published authors, authors to be, illustrators, creative spirits. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here, for all of you who have said yes to joining in and celebrating the magic, the power, the wisdom of books and what they bring back to us. We're going to be sharing in our panel here the 4 C's, or it could be 5 C's or 7 C's, doesn't matter, but those that we have discussed already with our team at Rainbow Let's Mother Earth. It will be about community, about collaboration, communication, and contribution. I've got a list of other things that we could talk about, but depending what time we've got left, we're open to bring in whatever is to be shared and channeled through with much love, joy, peace in our hearts. And we're going through quite turbulent times everywhere, and gatherings like this are so necessary. Because this is recorded and we can share it afterwards, and it can affect, it can have an impact and inspire and create ripple effects on people's lives. You don't know who you're going to touch with your words, with your images, with your colors, with your unique talents and unique skills. You never know. So thank you so much for being here, being visible, because it takes courage, another C, to say yes to that as well. So thank you. And thank you to all of you who have been interacting in our group page and sharing the information about the event and collaborating in this way, contributing in this way. I totally appreciate it. Thank you. Now, we are Rainbow Let's Mother Earth, an ecological, environmental, children and youth engagement project and movement. And we've been going on for the last couple of years now. I'm the founder, Chrysula Sirigu, the Golden Muse. Chrysula in Greek means the golden, so that's how I decided to honor my name in this way. And I've got here with me beautiful muses coming from UK, but also Poland, the United States, and Denmark. Welcome. Now, it's so important to celebrate books, and I have been celebrating books for the last few years, since 2010, 2011, when I was broadcasting my radio show, the Health and Healing Show. And Sue Brookes has been part of these events in the past, and I don't do the radio shows anymore, but I gather people like this and broadcast people's voices, because every single voice matters. Wherever you are, whatever stage your life you may be, whatever stage you're in your self-growth journey, whether you are a published author, you are thinking of publishing a book, you are in good hands here, because we all love books. We all love books, and books have come into our lives at different crossroads, at different times. I'm talking from experience, and I believe that that is something that is meaningful to you too, all. That there's a book that has been part of your life, that has affected you, has changed the way you think, has changed the way you perceive the world. And it did contribute to your own self-development and your own choices in life. Within books, I also like to celebrate poetry. And I like to celebrate every single one who actually participated in our recent publication, The Little Sparks of Joy. And we've got some of the contributors here, the co-authors and partners in our publication. And they will say a few words, of course, later on. I would love them to say a few words. Little Sparks of Joy, messages across the globe, igniting hope, love, unity, and joy. And don't we need it? Yes, we do. So I will share a few things about who we are and our mission and vision. I'll be happily to do that. But those of you who are here, you already know me and you already know each other somehow, some way. You're connected on Facebook. Facebook is a wonderful little channel of communication. But the best way to find out about us is to connect with us directly in our Facebook group on Facebook. I said Facebook already. We got a website, rainbowletterstomother-earth.com, and of course through this, which is available on Amazon worldwide as a Kindle and paperback, and also it is at a very special price in our shop in our official page on Facebook, Rainbow Letters Mother Earth. So if you put at Rainbow Letters Mother Earth, the page will come up, and you can get that at a special discounted price. Because we would love to give back to you, to everyone single one, and be accessible to as many families and as many souls that you would love to receive some inspiration and some calm in your life. That's another C. Remember, I told you there's lots of C's here. So now I would like to introduce you to our panelists here, and they've already got their books out, or they're thinking of bringing their books out, or maybe you're thinking of bringing your book out, and you wonder what does it take to get a book published. Well, it depends the type of book as well, but I would like to hear their own experiences instead of me doing all the talking. And I would like to bring their voice into our circle here in our celebration. But before we hear from every single one in our panel, I would like to invite one of our ambassadors, Sharon, who lives in the United States, to welcome us in and create that beautiful space with her prayer. So I invite you all to disconnect from your mobile phones, from any other distractions, and put your feet on the ground, feel comfortable. And even if you like to put your hands in that position, or whatever feels comfortable to you. If you got a candle, if you would like to light a candle, I've got candles here lit for all of us in honor of light and love. And I will also share something that Sharon would like me to share with all of you, and that's part of the inspiration behind her prayer. Her prayer is dedicated to Mother Earth. So let me share the screen first. And this beautiful picture here. Can we all see it? Yes? Nodding? Good. Okay. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you. Good morning from the United States. It's a pleasure to be here. This is a picture outside my window, and every morning God changes the canvas for me. And I took this one morning and I tried to capture the dew that was on the grass, and I just couldn't quite get the essence of the color. But in the morning when I meditate, sometimes I just enjoy looking out that window, and there was so much stillness, and I thought, you know, if I was the dew, what would I say to you? And so I just picked up my journal and I wrote a little prayer to Mother Earth as though we were interacting. And it came from the inspiration of this beautiful landscape. It's my prayer to Mother Earth. Greet me in the dawn. I have mysteries amidst my dew. Come sit with me, my darling. for I have many secrets to share with you. Facing all four directions, drenched in gratitude, I embrace this moment, captured by your beauty, eternally breathless, speechless by your vibrant rays. My love for you is ineffable, ever so boundless and free. No words could describe what I feel when I sense your connection with me, clearing my space, saging with Palo Santo, lavender, and sweetgrass. The cornucopia of aromas remind me of the elders, evoking memories of a distant past. To my water, I bow and give thanks, singing my prayers of love and peace, asking that all may be nourished by your life-sustaining energies. I plant my feet upon you, embracing your soil under my feet. I feel the nectar of your lifeline, the richness of your very essence, and the tone of your heartbeat. Like veins connecting to your funnels, arching, branching light, I ground my golden umbilical cord and pull you up to the skies, a flickering night. How may I serve the whole? What might I say to these beautiful ones that I may better serve? Please speak with me and open my ears to hear and my heart to know. I close my eyes and I pray. My energy knows the way. I trust you, Mother Earth. As I drift into my place of silent bliss, you speak softly to me through creation's kiss. We are all connected in this web of time, a collection of human history we are releasing to unwind. Love is always present, both above and underground, and we can feel heaven on earth in an instant. Just pause for a few moments. Take a breath and slow down. Remember, dear ones, we are the bridge between the soil of the earth and the vastness of the midnight stars. We are the seedlings awakening, here, near, and from afar. Awake to the vibration of the planet, your home in these earthly abodes. Your lights are being activated. Now breathe in with me and let go. We are birthing up through the asphalt, speaking through the spirals of time, a delivery of our ancestors, a higher frequency for all mankind. Bear witness to your truth as you gather your light and pass forward the wisdom of your ignition. Use your words only as medicine and your presence to help open another's vision. Closing my prayers now, I hear her few parting words. My water angels share many mysteries, as my trees will sing you lullabies in gentle tones. My branches will always catch you if you ever feel lost, tired, or alone. So please listen carefully when I speak to you, and never forget that you are always already home. Can you hear me? I am nature, and you are that which I am. Amen, amen, and amen.
Amen, dear heart. Amen. Thank you so much. Beautiful.
You are welcome.
Beautiful. Well, I would like you to unmute yourselves and just say one word, just one word that touched your heart after this beautiful, soothing prayer. I can start. I would like to start with the word bridge, bridging, heart to heart. Thank you.
You did mention one of my favourite words, Sharon, cornucopia. I just love that word. I just think it's such an interesting, sounding word, but all of it was truly beautiful, and it certainly made us connected with that nature.
I love the whole poem. It was beautiful. It left me so peaceful, content. You delivered it beautifully. And I loved the golden umbilical cord. That just was absolutely wonderful.
Thank you for sharing your beautiful poem, deeply touching, bringing to my mind one powerful word, peace. Beautiful and peaceful poem. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was really a beautiful poem. I think connection, and we're all one. That's what I thought.
For me, it was sleep. I just went into blissful, just calmness. I do that for everyone else, so it was nice to actually receive.
Thank you.
Yeah, I felt very much, I felt I was in the picture. I felt it was in the dew, in the sun rising, the whole redness and going up and connecting with heaven and earth. And it was just, at the end, it was just so peaceful. I felt very calm, and it was so beautiful. I really loved it.
Thank you.
And I would love to share it. I would love to share it with the world as well. That's so beautiful. Thank you.
There you are, dear Sharon. Are you receiving it all? Yes.
I receive, and thank you. I went with that one as you chose it, and I have such a love for Mother Earth. And when I met you, Crystal, it was what connected my heart to yours. It's not often that I meet people that just love the trees, love the sky, just love her so much, and she nurtures us so much. And I love your commitment to allow our voices for the space to just honor her and each other in this really needed time to bring in that soothing and know that no matter what's going on, we can always find the beauty in the sky. Just look to the sky. What is the landscape doing? It's forever changing. We can always find beauty. If you can see, it's beautiful. If you can smell, it's amazing. If you can feel the air, be grateful. No matter what's going on, find something. And really that's, we can create that joy at any moment. It's a choice. It's a choice. So I'm so honored to share my heart with you. And thank you guys for being here on this beautiful planet with us. This amazing time.
Amazing time, and we, the light workers, the joy bringers, the rainbow warriors, the change makers, whatever role you would like to embrace, as a mother, as a grandmother, as a teacher, as an educator, as a writer, healer, we've got a role to play. So it is we are needed. We are needed to reach out and reach out and through the poetry, through the expression of emotions, and that's one way of feeling that we do matter is by sharing how we feel, sharing what's happening inside. And then some people use words, some people use art, drawing, some other people use other ways, you know, through other artistic ways. But whatever we do, we've got these beautiful emotions, whether it is anger, or whether it is compassion, or whether it is kindness or frustration. All of these emotions exist, they're part of us. And as a teacher and as an emotional intelligence coach, my role is to bring that awareness and then allow this for our children and young generation to believe that they've got this power in themselves, and whatever they feel is valuable, it is valid. And then that's how the whole idea of the rainbow Let's Mother Earth came, because rainbows are there to create magic and hope, and children respond to that, and your inner child responds to that as an adult. And this is our campaigns continue because of what's happening in our planet these days. I felt the need to use peace letters to Mother Earth. So I created these beautiful templates that you could download and you can use, whether you are an adult or for your child or teenager. And each template has got different color scheme. So again, it could be red, or it could be pink, or it could be orange or yellow, etc., etc. So depending on what mood you are, you can write a red letter to Mother Earth or a green letter to Mother Earth. But based on my color psychology sort of toolkit, I could interpret why you're chosen, why you're drawn to particular colors. And that's what we'll be sharing in our workshops, our creative workshops as well, that they're coming up. One of them is on the 21st of March, which celebrate the International Day of Color. And actually, at the same day is International Poetry Day, World Poetry Day. So it will be two things we can celebrate on that day. And there will be an event, and then there will be a workshop how you can actually write your letter to Mother Earth. And then I'll be sharing more later on, but not tonight. Tonight is about World Book Day, but I just wanted to bring that in. Okay, so I would like to say hello to Maria from Athens, my dear sister, who decided, although it is 9:30 in Greece, decided to join us 9:30 in the evening. So thank you, Maria, welcome. She loves books as well, and she used to work for a publishing company for many years, so she must have loved books. So now let's, with all the beautiful prayer and all of that, the other thing that came to me is and somebody mentioned that, imagination. You were actually there. The whole poem, the words, the colors, everything transported us. And for me, that's what books do as well. You know, they create that opportunity for us to imagine, to completely get lost in a good way, get lost in the power of words, in the power of images. So if we try to bring in the 4 C's in our conversation here, and I would like to hear your take on it. You can choose any of the 4 C's in any angle you choose. You can bring it in. I would like to bring Mira in our conversation. And Mira, I'm going to you because all the 4 C's totally describe who you are. So it is, you're very much about connection. You're very much in support of community. You have contributed in many books as co-authors, and you have collaborated. And when you collaborate not just 100%, 130%. And I adore that. You know, you are full on. So I'm so grateful. So what is your take? You know, just choose any of the 4 C's, or just whatever it feels right for you to share with me.
Thank you so much, beautiful Chrysola. I feel humbly touched by your words. You always paint beautiful pictures with your words, full of colors. So thank you for this warm introduction. So the word that comes to my mind straight away is connection. And connection deeply connected to another beautiful word, which is hope. And this is what I will be talking about. But before I will be talk about my book, you know, like that I have been co-author for the first time in my life. First of all, I would love to congratulate you on publishing the beautiful, beautiful Little Sparks of Joy, a beautiful, beautiful book that my daughter has her poem in this book, and of course another beautiful kids as well, and beautiful poets, our friends as well. So tonight, Gaia, my granddaughter, she was reading this poem. She is with me at home tonight, to one of our friends, and he is a male friend, and he had tears in his eyes, something I have never seen for a very long time. Like the written word can touch someone else's on a very deep level. So I congratulate you on this beautiful project, and thank you for allowing me space for my little poem, but mostly for Gaia's poem as well. And there is another beautiful lady here between us, Kelly Chester, very special lady that I would like to congratulate her heartfully for becoming best-selling co-author of the phenomenal book called Unfiltered, which is also available on Amazon. And you asked me, Chrysola, to say something about Kelly, and this is my absolute pleasure to introduce to all of you wonderful ladies. And of course, I am very happy to be here with you this evening, tonight. So Kelly Chester is an amazing lady. She is a mom of a wonderful son, Benjamin, that I met in person. I called her a yoga goddess because she is one. She is a Reiki master with 20 years of experience. She runs a beautiful online group, the Stretch Zone with Kelly, and I am a member of this group. This is a paid group for yoga lovers. And she does other amazing things in her life, especially for her community. But what I respect her the most is for her being truly authentic person, something she has been writing in her book, in her recent book. She wrote this book straight from her heart, the way Kelly is, and she's very authentic, very genuine person, very honest, amazing woman who, in spite of dyspraxia and dyslexia, and in spite of having a son with neurodiversity, she overcame many obstacles, and in spite being told that she couldn't achieve anything, she did. She is a living proof of what is possible for a woman who is going full with her dreams, for a woman who is giving without asking for receiving, and for a woman who can create a space for miracles to be happening in her heart. But not only miracles in her heart, in her life, but also very hard work. So a big applause and thank you, Kelly, for being you.
Oh, thank you so much, Mira. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, so I am very happy that Kelly is with us, and of course saying hello to beautiful Noreen that thanks to our connection, she joined this amazing movement. So after my short speech about these wonderful ladies, I want to just come back to my starting point, talking about connection, word connection, and with connection to hope. So this is the copy of my first ever project when I became co-author for the first time in my life. And this happened in 2019, so not that long ago. And between this short period of time, I have became actually co-author of 3 best-selling books, and of course participated in Chrysola book. I will just show you shortly all the books worthy of mentioning, because all the books are talking about women overcoming the difficult situation, inspirational women, the women in, in the power of resilience. So just shortly mentioning these beautiful books: Voices of Resilience and The Shift, A New Era Begins. So these all books really deserve to be mentioning here shortly. I know we don't have plenty of time, so I will be talking really, really shortly. So connection and hope. Why I am choosing these 2 words? Because as Chrysola mentioned on the beginning of our gathering, we need to connect. We can't stay separated in this very difficult and challenging times. We can't allow the fear to separate us from love. And we are here, all of us, because we are goddesses of love. We are goddesses of hope. We are here to deliver the word of empowerment to other people. Sorry, a bit breathless, my asthma. I will not take it longer, ladies, because I respect your times as well. So let me read something from my chapter, just a few sentences about hope. Hope was always my inevitable friend, and everything that I've experienced in my life has made me stronger. Not everything smelled of roses in my garden. There were dark times, not because I chose them, but I let them pick me, not loving myself enough, putting others first, but never me. I have comments on a personal journey, doing my best to improve my life by creating it through positive thoughts, visualization, and openness to new opportunities. So the hope is about us opening to the new opportunities, but I would say mainly the hope is about us connecting and staying together. So whatever is happening now in the world, and in the light of very sad news of war in Ukraine, which touches my heart deeply, because I come from Poland, which is the country of my origin and the country that shares border with Ukraine, border long of 529 kilometers. So I really feel deeply all my friends who live in United Kingdom and have friends and family living in Ukraine. And I connect with all people worldwide, because each war affects all of us. We can't say it doesn't apply to me because this is too far. This is not my country. I don't even know what this country is on the map. This all applies to us. That's why I am very grateful that we are here all tonight, and I am connecting with you in love and sending love to all who need love at that moment. Thank you for allowing me space to express my feelings. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mira, you are
beautiful.
such a beautiful soul. I'm so moved and touched by everything you've done. And I just want to honor everybody here. To be among such elegant, heart-centered women fills my soul. And it's a smaller world. I mean, we're all connected, we're all united, we're all raising the vibration. And my grandparents were born in Lithuania. You know, it's like the world we're all connected, and we're all here to support each other, you know. And yes, Ukraine affects us all. May I read a poem?
Mm-hmm. I would have asked you with pleasure. Absolutely.
Thank you. My poem is I picked this poem today because of what's going on. And I wrote this poem basically when I write, and I start out one way and then it goes in another direction. But this is basically about all the people we've sent off to war that didn't come back. And it's about hoping for peace. and it's called Across the Sea. So near to me, I hear you breathe. In the depth of the night, I hear you whispering to me. How can it be you're across the sea when you can reach out and touch me so beautifully? Of hope you speak, to be strong, not weak. No fear, no fear. You've made that very clear. But how can it be you're across the sea when you are next to me speaking so beautifully? You have hopes that our world will live as one. Our children together will unite under the sun. No barriers will they see, for we have raised them instinctively to read each other's souls, not the color that they see, to love each other, not hate, to not know the meaning of discriminate. As long as our children love, the world will rise above. So how can it be you're across the sea when I can see your face and feel you embrace life so easily? You ride that wave being so brave, for many a soul you're going to save. I hear you whisper of hope and peace, for all wars to cease, for all conflict to decrease. When you whisper of compassion with devotion and emotion for all your brothers and sisters here on earth, I know you started this journey from the moment of birth. So how can it be you're across the sea when I feel your strength supporting me, whispering to me your turmoil, your strife? You lift me up with the hope of life. So how can it be you're across the sea? Are you listening to me? I know it's time to take risks, to take hold, to be bold. So much wonder is yet to unfold, whether you are holding your hand next to me or if you are always across the sea. Forever you'll remain an inspiration to me. Thank you. I pray for everybody in Ukraine right now.
Thank you.
But I honor their strength. You know, they've shown humanity is rising.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, what can we say next? Hope,
Peace,
peace.
unity.
Are you listening to me? So it's about really opening our hearts and listening with our hearts and connecting, and whether we find some calm and peace. I think all starts from within, right? So if we want to contribute towards world peace for everyone, start with you. Start with you, dear heart, dear hearts. Do whatever you can to be in peace, and try to be in peace, stay in peace as long as you can. I know sometimes it's not easy. I know I've been there, and I will always be there, because that's part of being a human. We can always stay zen and calm, but we've got our tools, we've got our little ways, our little support techniques, therapies, whatever works for every single one of you. You know, not that doesn't work for me or vice versa, but we have got so much, and let's use this. And books are the tools. Books are so accessible, whether you prefer them to be on a Kindle or you prefer to have the real book. I would always love to have a real book. So I know that they convinced me that the book, A Little Sparks of Joy, had to be in a digital Kindle format. Still, I believe that nothing compares with the actual flicking through and connecting with the images and something so solid, and you can feel it. I know maybe you think I'm a little bit old-fashioned, but I don't care. I just love books, the real McCoy, the real thing.
I'm right
So
with
yeah, it's and whatever we can, we can share things. Of course, we have got again platforms like blogs and social media and lots of other ways we can we can use gatherings like this online. A few years ago, it wouldn't be possible to connect with you in the United States, or even within the same country, to be all to unite like this. So I also like to say how grateful we are, because we are able to access people like us here and connect with one another. Even though we went through, and we are still going through, a pandemic, not in the same turmoil as before, but books are, I really would like to share that this book with you. And then if you got a recommendation of a book that you actually, it touched your soul recently, please do share with us. Okay, the one I'd like to share is called The Last Bear. I don't know Hannah Gold personally. We are connected on Facebook. I haven't ever met her, but her book really touched me. The heroes in the book is a little girl and this polar bear, and is very much connected with what's happening on our planet Earth, the environmental crisis and how we treat animals and the planet and nature. But it's coming from a young girl's view and the friendship between her and the polar bear. And I'm not going to say any more, because probably you will feel tempted to read it. And I would really love you to read it. And come back to me and let me know what you thought of it. I highly, highly recommend it. I cried. It is a children's book, really, but it touched my heart and my soul in ways that, I didn't believe that, she's incredible with words. Hannah's way of using words it's beautiful as well. But the feelings, the emotions that they were created inside me. Imagine now children reading this kind of books as well, or children were offered the option to write about their own feelings, how they connect with animals, how they connect with the planet, with nature. And that's what we are doing here at Rainbow Letters to Mother Earth. So that's one of my recommendations. So have you got a recommendation that, I could recommend lots of books because I love reading books. So, but I just this book, connects very much with the vision and mission of what we're doing here, Rainbow Letters to Mother Earth. So that's why it was top of my list. Okay, and we're talking about children's self-expression and then self-belief and self-worth. So all of that. So if you got a recommendation, you got a book that you have read, not just recently, but sometime that it did touch you and it did, help you to change, to support you, to empower you, to enrich your life, please unmute yourself. And if you don't want to say too much, just say the title of the book, and that will be fine. If you would like to say a short summary, please, do. So who would like to go next? Is anyone? So if you don't have a book to recommend, I will ask you something else. Oh, yes. Yes, that's beautiful. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. It's actually translated in Greek as well, and I've got a copy of the book. Thanks to Maria, she sent me a copy. This is. Have you read this book? Have you had? You may have seen some posts on Facebook maybe, but this is beautiful book as well. He has sold millions and millions. Beautiful, beautiful.
Can you tell us what it was, Chrysula? Because she's only small on our screens, we couldn't see what it was.
Okay, so Maria, you need to unmute yourself.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Now you're featured, so I can see it.
This
the boy.
is Charlie Mackesy. Yeah. The boy, the mule, the fox, and the horse.
Yeah.
Beautiful illustrations and
Yeah,
words.
and the
I've seen
actual
mentioned,
simplicity
yeah.
of it, the simplicity of it is just, you know, the conversations between these animals, the boy and
Crystal, I just picked
Uh-huh.
a page just without any consideration. Big.
so what does
quote.
it say? Share with us, please.
Yes, it's a question. What is the bravest thing you've ever said? Asked the boy. Help, said the horse. This is the idea of this book.
Mhm.
Is something more. One more. Sometimes I worry you all realize I am ordinary, said the boy. Love doesn't need you to be extraordinary, said the mole. I think this is a book for ages from 1 year old, 2 year old till 90-year-old.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not a novel. It's it is the values and some. It helps you think life
In a positive way. Yes.
in a positive and in the, through the eyes of these 4 heroes.
Mhm.
And yes, it's
Beautiful.
best-selling in Greece. I think it's in UK.
It has been a bestseller for a long time. So
He must be a very rich man.
And the actual creator of this book, he's such a humble, very down-to-earth man. You know, I've seen an interview him talking about, you know, how things are progressed, and I love how things happen like that, and that's what the book portrays as well.
He's also a very isolated man, and difficult to contact with.
He contacts through the book.
I heard from a person from the publishing house, the Greek publishing house, that they are trying a lot of time to have contact with him for an interview, and he's in his own world, you know. He doesn't like very much to
publicity. Yeah, he doesn't like publicity as much.
To talk about his job, although he's living free books in different spots. So someone to pick it up and have it as a present.
Yeah.
He does.
Thank you, Mariam. Thank you so much. Yes, it is also it's also being an author or writing a book. You need to have a very generous heart as well. That's what I believe. You know, because you give so much of your energy and time and thought process into it. You've got to be that kind of person. Otherwise, you cannot. You cannot. So if anyone asks, you know, what do you need in order to create a book, to write a book? Definitely, you need to dedicate a lot of your energy and time. So for all the best reasons in the world. Right. Noreen, would you like to share something about collaboration, about contribution? Because you've got your own beautiful community at Epona Retreat Centre in wonderful Ireland. So have you got something you'd like to share with us?
I suppose, Crystal, I'm just so grateful to be here on this group, and as you say, to be and to Mira as well for inviting me into this community, because, and I suppose, Mira, you've seen, you know, my work when I work with my community. I work with nature, I work with tree, you know, as you said, the woods and trees and animals are my life, and that's where I get my love, so I can actually share it to my community. And it's, I suppose, it's just such a simple life, and I suppose these are the tools that I kind of show people, going, sit out in nature and just listen to the birds, you'd be so surprised. So many people can't hear them, you know, when they're out there. They're just, so it's collaborating. And I suppose for me is when we put it out to the universe to create that love, we actually attract that love into our life. And that's why we're all here tonight, and sharing with our community this love and light. And we do, and as I say, there's a lot of people out there, and you know, some of my friends who are very down at the moment, who are connected to nature and connected to the world, and they feel that energy is so heavy. And I suppose it's us here, we have to give them the light of, as you say, your poetry, Sharon, is just so calming, so beautiful, you know, when we connect. And I think this is where I suppose for me, is sending the love, you know, to Russia, you know, to Ukraine. We have to send that light to them and show them, as you said, Chrysola, we have to be the light. We have to be the people that will change, so that the rest of the world will change as well with us. And if we only change one person in our life, can you imagine everybody changing one person? It would be amazing, you know. So for me, collaboration and just, as you say, community, we can make such a difference. And what I loved as well in, you know, the last poem was about educating our children to just know that love. And I think that was something that changed me when I decided to change my life. It wasn't for me, I was changing it. It was for my children, so that when they grow up, they will only see love and light in their lives, and they won't see the fear and the hatred and discrimination. And I think that was one thing for me that changed my life, was having my children, to change them, to feel, to have that community. And yeah, I hope they get that from me.
Oh, they do.
And my family. Yeah.
Oh, they do. I am absolutely certain about this. Absolutely.
Even
Even though I may not say it, they not show it, but I know that children may not always say things, but they do feel things. They do feel things at a very deep level. I know that.
Yes.
I know that. So beautiful work. Thank you so much, Noreen. Thank you. And your work with horses and healing with horses, Reiki, and everything you do, it's so open-hearted, so light-hearted and inspirational. Love it. Thank you so much for being part of our project and having your energy and light here with us. Thank you. So I would have loved Kelly to say a few words, but probably something she had to go. Probably there will be another occasion when Kelly Chester will be joining us, and then we'll be sharing something about her new book, Unfiltered. I would love to know more about this book as well, and then hear it from her voice as well, from her perspective. There will be other ways we can connect. I'm sure we will. So Sue, I would like you to say something, because you love books and you work with books and you write books as well. And you have been the editor of 2 of my books, of The Little Sparks of Joy, and also the book of Soulful Musings. And both these books are collaborative books, and they are both in color, with beautiful illustrations, beautiful photography, with a range of interviews and life-inspired conversations with people I've interviewed, are connected personally. And I believe that in the power of the real life story as well. Storytelling is truly, truly powerful for many, many good reasons. So what are you doing these days? If you'd like to say, what are you up to? You got any news for us? Or just have you got any news for us or not?
You might be shocked, Chrysola, you might be shocked. So yes, I've loved books all my life. You know, I was one of those real avid readers as a child, and always on the next colour level books, you know, with what happens in schools, you know. And for me, it was really Then they were obviously all fiction mostly, and it was escapism, you know, it was being the childhood sort of famous 5 investigators, detectives, you know, Judy Blume's books talking about Scotland and places that I hadn't been, you know, and those descriptions of those. So from an early age, I was hooked on books, and, you know, I'm old enough that when we did a school project, we got a big encyclopedia or all of those types of books as well, you know, so the fascinating learning that came from those sorts of books. But certainly in these more mature years, yes, the whole sort of power of books to help and inspire people, as well as for that joy that you can get from the escapism of a fiction story. So on the sort of personal development side, you know, books sort of Susan Jeffers' Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, Tony Robbins' books, you know, all of those big names in that field. Really, you know, about 15 years ago, they had a big impact and helped me to change lots of things in my life that had just never occurred to me before, basically, really, until I read those books. And over that last 10 years or so, I've been helping other people with their books, as Priscilla said, editing, proofreading, etc. And a lot of those books, 90+% of those have been either personal memoir books, collaboration books of either people telling their own stories or talking about their therapeutic work, etc. And wow, I've learned such a lot from those books, and I've, you know, met and connected with so many empowering, inspirational people, and I just love to share those stories, really, because I do believe they can change people's lives, you know, and people find out about different therapies, different techniques, or even, you know, writing poetry, etc., and it moves them and it changes their lives. And today, you know, we are all experiencing the connection that creativity can bring as well, you know, and as people said, you know, you write those words, you can't always see the impact that they have on others, of that one person reading that story, reading that poem, reading that chapter, and the impact it has. But certainly the stories and the memoirs and the, you know, what's happened to people has really impacted my life in the last few years. And books, you know, that's the power of words, that's the power of books. That's the power of sharing stories and connecting with people. And what I always love when I come on these calls is the fact that we have an international cornucopia of people, you know, and that does make us all feel connected. And yes, you know, it is troubling times, but we can all come together, you know, and be united and celebrate creativity and books. And that's wonderful.
It is wonderful. And thank you, Sue. Thank you so much. Your support has been incredible. Thank you. It's you know, you're not an editor just. It's something. So, you know, you have become a good friend as well over the last few years. So thank you. Now I would like to finish to complete our celebration of books tonight, and all of you wonderful book lovers. With my wish, and I believe that you all feel connected with that wish, and just a little reminder of the importance of reading books to our children. I think, you know, it is one of the most wonderful calming techniques for you as an adult, whether you are a parent or you're a grandparent or a sibling or a grandma or a godmother. It doesn't matter. When you've got that calm in yourself, how much that affects the child, it doesn't matter what age. And I also love the idea of reading out loud, rather than just reading for yourself, which is incredibly beautiful anyway and therapeutic, but reading out loud and sharing and putting the voice, like Sharon and Casey shared with us tonight. Reading yourself, it has got it touches you in one or two possible, however many ways, but when you read it through somebody else's voice and somebody else's heartbeat, oh, it touches you in a different way, right? So thank you for sharing this vision and this kind reminder to everyone who is actually watching this on repeat or replay, and just ask yourself, when was the last time I read something to my grandchild or to my child, or as a teacher, when was the last time I had something, an activity, a book to read as a group, as a class? And that's what I would like us to do, to bring these books in a classroom environment, in families, and connect with these poems, connect with the writing of the children, because in this book you also got children's letters in the form of poems or drawings. And carry on, because I'll be going out there, and then you can bring your letters directly to me, or you can take a picture of it and send it by email. Everything is possible. Okay, so let's carry on this beautiful work, this important work, and I would love to go and visit schools, and I would love to go out there and have more ambassadors working together, and we can spread the word, and we can run workshops. There's so many things we could do together. So it's beautiful. Thank you. And if you would like to know more about Rainbowless Mother Earth and how you can get involved, we run monthly meetings as well, and these meetings are open for you, the rainbow warrior, the parent, the teacher, the creative spirit, to come along and connect with us and see how you can bring your own idea, you can bring your own seed, your own inspiration, and how we can all co-create something beautiful out there. We all love you to volunteer and support, and we can collaborate in beautiful, creative ways. Okay, so big kiss from me, Chrysula, and these wonderful people tonight. Thank you for coming, and keep reading, keep writing, keep expressing yourselves. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank
Good day.
you.
You haven't stopped smiling, Sharon. It's lovely.